Yo, what's going on, everyone? Miles Midoriya here, and in episode 5, there was a reveal that I thought was going to happen. So let's talk about everything in this Bel-Air Season 3, Episode 5 review. First up is Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv's anniversary. Somebody play Anniversary by Tony. Well, maybe later. That's because Will, Carlton, and Ashley were making breakfast for Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv. They was cooking, by the way. They seen Uncle Phil wasn't in the room and they were wondering what was going on. When he did show up, he made an excuse, and when they left, they heard them arguing. They tried to ignore it a little bit, but it still affected them. Remember those pictures that Aunt Viv's friend Steph liked? Well, Aunt Viv finally checked her phone and she seen what happened. And while she was at work, the chef showed up with lunch. She told him that she was out with her friends and it wasn't her idea. He was flattered that she showed him off. I knew he was going to be in another episode. I was like, they just can't leave this alone. They having lunch and she asked him what got him into cooking, and he said the military, and then he studied in Switzerland. Just then, Uncle Phil pulled up. He was trying to surprise Aunt Viv and take her to lunch. He saw she already ate and he told her that they'll meet up later. He played it cool though. He didn't wild out and get jealous. He didn't let Sharif being there bother him. It's nighttime, they having dinner and a much needed conversation. She wanted to talk about what they aren't telling each other. Aunt Viv said she liked the attention, that another man thinks that she's beautiful, and Uncle Phil said he liked the attention that he got from Erica. Uncle Phil also added that he doesn't want to be that couple that starts talking less and living separate lives. Aunt Viv let him know that they need to prioritize themselves first. He said he wants to find that desire with her and nobody else. And he told her to get rid of them flowers from Sharif. I don't blame him. As of right now, they seem like they'll be good. Maybe something will pop up later, but hopefully nothing major. When they got home, Carlton and Ashley had a projector showing their wedding photos with the classic song Anniversary playing by Tony. It was a good moment, and towards the end of the episode, Uncle Phil wrote an email to Erica to terminate their business relationship. Can't wait to see that pick up in the next episode. Besides the anniversary stuff, Aunt Viv met up with the artist that was trying to get in contact with her. She's a fan of Aunt Viv. Back in the day, her grandma took her to a museum and she saw a painting that she did. It meant a lot to her and inspired her, and that's when she started painting. She did apologize about the DMs and painting on the building. That was a lot, and she thanked her for showing what was possible. Then, of course, she asked her for an autograph and a selfie. She seems cool for now. Hope they don't have her overdo it and she's just being an artist that appreciates what Aunt Viv did. Because this can come back on Aunt Viv because she's the one that picked her. Moving along to Will and Carlton, they have a chance to boost their business and sell the merch that they have. There's a celebrity pickleball tournament going on and an artist named Pony Rich will be there, and they want him to wear their merch and shout it out. There is a problem though. They're working and they can't talk to the members. They went to go speak to Zaire and he told them that the VIP events need extra staff and they just have to get in good with Miss Tina. She's played by Lisa Vidal, who you may have seen in various shows like New York Undercover, Rosewood, Being Mary Jane, and more. And let's just say Miss Tina don't play around when it comes to the events. She told them they're gonna have to earn their spots, and she asked who's it gonna be, and Carlton hurried up and said it was gonna be Will. All he had to do was play pickleball against her. It was a rough start, but he won in the end, and they secured their spots to work the event. They're at the event, and it's starting to get to Carlton being around all those drinks, and Will noticed, and he was trying to help him out, but Carlton told him to stay. While Carlton was away, Jackie was working, driving people around, and Will tried to talk to her, and you could tell she was still upset over the night Lisa went off. She let him know that she was just trying to be helpful, and he didn't even say anything. When he was finding his way on her uncle's basketball team, she had his back, and she thought he would do the same for her. I could see her point of view. It might have still been some feelings mixed in there, but she wanted a friend or someone to look out for her. She did the same thing for him. I think that's understandable. She's in a new environment and he's the only one that she really knows. Carlton ended up calling Spencer, and it was brought up that him and Amira haven't been to a meeting in a while. Carlton told him when he was at the event he started to feel like if he didn't get out of there he was going to lose control. Spencer told him that it depends on his headspace, and Carlton mentioned that he messed up his parents' marriage and he heard them arguing about him. Spencer told him that he can't take on everybody else's problems, his parents or Amira's. While he's trying to be there for everybody else, make sure that he's looking out for him, and he realized that he hasn't been doing that. And Spencer said that he called him. That's a good start. Back to Will. Pony Rich is there and he's trying to find his merch to show him, but Jackie is there with a member and he is acting like a fool around her. Will stepped in and he was about to go off, but Miss Tina came over and broke it up, and she let him know if there's a problem, come get her. She told him to leave and cool off for a little while, so he missed his opportunity for now. It's nighttime and Will is talking to Zaire. They're talking about parents, and Will mentioned that it's his first summer without his mom. Zaire asked him about his dad and Will didn't want to talk about it. Zaire brought up that his dad passed away when he was in middle school and that they were close. He told him whatever he has going on with his dad, he's still there, and if he can make it work, try to make it work before it's too late. That's gonna set up for something later. I like how they're not wasting time in this show. Stuff just happens in the next episode. Just then, Jackie pulled up with Pony Rich. She made up an excuse on why they had to stop. She told Will he got 2 minutes and he made it count, and he was interested in their business and he shouted it out. You know what that mean. That mean them sales was going up. Carlton tried to give Will all the credit, but Will was like, nah, they're a team. He understands that Carlton has to take care of himself and that's all that matters. Now, Carlton said something that got to Will, and I think that carried over into the next episode. When Will said Carlton and Ashley are out there saving marriages, he said he doesn't know about all that. No one's family is perfect. You either try to make it better or live with it the way it is. It's good that their business is taking off and that Will was there for Carlton, letting him know that he was good for making sure that he's taking care of himself. And that no matter what happened, they're both still a team and that they're winning. You know, like if Carlton gets an opportunity to push the business forward, it helps the both of them. After they got done talking, Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv popped up and they showed Carlton that they put his doors back on. They said he's been working hard and they was glad how he handled what happened at the country club by calling Spencer. And they let him know that they're both doing good and he doesn't have to worry about them. That was nice to see. They're recognizing that he's focused and he's trying to be a better him and lessening the stress he had about their relationship. When Will saw that family moment, he got an idea. He was looking at an old family photo in the box that Lou gave him, and then he texted his mom and told her that he needs her in LA. It looks like he's trying to make his family better, and I can't wait to talk about that episode. Moving along, Jeffrey wasn't wasting any time with what was going on with Frederick. When Frederick was at the house, Jeffrey wanted to go out and get some food, but Frederick said he was going to go to the pub and watch the game. He didn't want him to go to the pub with him. It's already suspicious. Jeffrey was not giving up that easily. He showed up where he really went, and he told him that he's been noticing he's been up making secret calls, turning off his tracking app, and he told him he knows he has a burner phone. He wanted to know who he was talking to. Frederick told him that he made a promise he wouldn't tell who he's talking to, and Jeffrey said, well, he can't break a promise, right? So he told him he's going to follow him. It was the person who I thought we would see, because in the original we didn't see her, and in this version they are expanding on some of the characters. We see Frederick's mom, Penelope. That's who he's been talking to this whole time. Her and Jeffrey are having a talk. Frederick had called her because Jeffrey had said his life was in danger, and she wanted to protect him. Jeffrey brought up about her giving him up for adoption when he had a plan. He wondered why she did that. He thought Roman, his brother, was going to take care of them, but she told him he went to prison. That was something he didn't know about. He went to prison sometime after he left. She was alone and had no money. She did what she had to do for their son. And she mentioned what he did tore their family apart. He told her Frederick is safe with him so she can go back home. Jeffrey did make a tough decision, but he was thinking about his family. It's not like he tried to abandon them. He thought they would have been taken care of by his brother, but something happened he didn't know about. When he told her to leave, I knew it wasn't going to go well. Frederick had packed his bags and he said if she's not welcomed, he isn't either. And that if he had to choose, it would be her. To be fair, he has known her for a few years before Jeffrey and he spent time with her. He's still getting to know Jeffrey. They both have to have some type of talk. He can't just be upset at Jeffrey every time. I can see why he is, but at some point, even if it's slowly, they have to work on things. Hopefully, Penelope could be a big part of that since he is closer with his mom. Jeffrey ended up moving Penelope in with him, which means Frederick will stay. There's no telling where the story with them are going. I hope Frederick and Penelope don't use Jeffrey and they are going to grow as a family. Overall, good episode. Carlton is showing signs that he's making sure that he's doing better in each of the episodes. Will stood up for Jackie and it worked out. Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv are doing good, and we got to see Frederick's mom get introduced and no telling where it could go from there. But I am interested to hear y'all thoughts. Comment below. What did you all think about the episode?